Alright YouTube, welcome to another video. Today we're going to work on the back and the legs. So we're at the gym working with the V grip rows for the middle back, biceps and forearms. As you see, I'm doing a controlled rep. Not that I'm swinging, but I'm pulling it back towards me and letting the weight carry me back up. So from here, doing a drop set, lighter weight, trying to do more reps, trying to hold it closer to my chest for at least 1 or 2 seconds, and then releasing it. So this is one of my favorite pulling exercise because it works on the forearms and biceps a lot as well. It's easy on the elbows, and the machine, the cables are pretty useful because you're not worried about having to carry a heavy weight in terms of like the barbell or the dumbbells, right? The free weights. So doing a second set. So I do 3 of these for my back day, and again a drop set, dropping the weight a little bit more, having that nice flow so I could make sure that I'm working the muscle completely until failure, until I cannot pull any more weight. So here I'm doing them again, nice and slow, and then at this point is when I fail and I can't do any more reps. So this is for fun. I'm doing the cable pulls. Well, these are the type of pronated grip row. So this works up the upper back. So the traps as well, rear shoulders, a little bit of bicep and forearm action in there. So as you could see, I am holding the weight 2 seconds just about, and I do this for each arm. Right? These would be isolated pronated rows. So holding close to my stomach, my chest, so that way I don't feel like I am swinging too much. This helps me a lot in terms of trying to make sure that I'm stable, that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing correctly. Then we move on to rear shoulder flies. I am bent over. I'm doing 30 pounds, and then I will drop sets. I'm trying to hold this at the top as much as I can for 2 seconds. At some point, this will get challenging and this will get tiring, but I do this for each arm. Trying to make sure that I'm pulling all the way back. So as you could see, taking a little bit steps away from the cable so I could get a full contraction. Trying to make it more challenging for myself, because if I start at the front, it's not gonna be too effective. So doing some more on my opposite arm, trying to hold it at the top as much as I can. So that way I feel it completely on my rear shoulders. This also works a little bit of traps as well. Yeah, so I'm doing a drop set, 20 pounds. As you could see, grabbing the handle, stepping a little bit farther away from the pulley. Bend over and do some more rear delt flies. Because it's lighter, I'm forcing myself to hold it for more at the top, trying to keep my arms straight as best as I can. The straighter you keep it, the more stable you will be. And then I do this till failure. So 2 sets. If I could do 10, then I do 10. If I cannot, then I will stop within 8 to 9 reps. So good for rear shoulders. So there's many different ways of you could do your rear shoulders. So I'm doing cable shrugs. So I'm holding it at the top, trying to make sure I am contracting all the way, holding it for 2 seconds as much as I can. Nice and easy, nice and slow. So doing this on heavy weight, and then I will drop it to lower weight. And we make sure to change arms, doing 10 reps as much as I can. If I was a beginner, I would try to make sure I would do this starting from 20 or 40 pounds. Try to make sure you're able to get this without hurting yourself, because this will be tough on your forearms and on your elbows as well. That's how we have the elbow straps and the gloves to wrap around the joint area so you don't hurt yourself. So doing this again for like another set with lighter weight. And then we are going straight into the V grip rows. So as you could see me somewhat swinging, but I'm letting the weight carry me forward. This is going to give you a better contraction in the back. Same thing like the first exercise, but as you can see, I'm not going all the way back. Trying to pull it close to my chest or my stomach area, holding it to the top area. Then we drop with lighter weight, a little bit easier to move. Again, I'm trying to let the weight carry me forward so I could get more of a better contraction on the back area. So with all the rows that you see with the cables, this is the movement I will be doing. Better for the rear shoulders, the middle back. So now I'm doing pronated grip rows, same thing, letting the weight carry me forward. And this is gonna focus on the upper back. Forearms and biceps is it's gonna be a given where they're gonna be also worked out in all your pulling movements. So nice and easy to the back and letting the weight carry me forward. So doing a lighter set. The lighter set is always gonna be easy because you just wanna have more definition in that muscle group. Trying to make sure that I reach this hypertrophy level. So now we're doing a supinated grip. So supinated is when your palms are facing upward. This is going to work the lower back and then more on the biceps and the forearms. So as you could see, pulling the weight close to me and then letting the weight carry me forward. So this is good for the lower back. Then we're going to do a drop set. Same exact thing, putting the bar towards me and then letting it carry me forward. So with these, I like it with the smaller straight bar. It's easier for the grip, so that way I don't feel too much pain towards the wrist area. Then we're just messing around with the straight barbell. So I am doing bicep curls. This is somehow a little bit more difficult than the regular barbells you see at the weight rack. Having it with the straight bar forces you to keep a balance. And then we're doing some legs, just practicing on some single leg squats with the free weight on the barbell. I'm just trying to test to see how I'm gonna do these because I don't like it putting them behind my trap. It's kind of painful. So doing it with the opposite leg, single leg squats or Bulgarian split squats, the same thing. They work at the quads and it's a little bit of calves. So with this weight that I'm holding it, it's more easier for me. With single leg squats, trying to feel the burn, trying to get my legs warmed up. So doing that for a few reps, 10 if I can. Adding some weight now, so 10 on each side. So the bar itself is 45. 10 on each side would be 65 pounds that I'm doing single leg squats with. Eventually, I'm going to pull these more heavy. So that way I feel more on my legs. But this is good enough for now. This is if the machines were not available, so I had to make stuff up on the go. So single leg squats, 65 pounds. So I tried doing a single leg Romanian deadlift, but I kind of did only one rep, and then I failed at the second one. Too heavy for me to begin with, but this is what we tested. Then I dropped it down to 25 pounds. Kind of hurts, but it's good that you do isolated movements to work out the muscle imbalances for each limb that you have, so for each leg. That way you could keep the strength almost equivalent on both legs. So doing another single leg Romanian deadlift. Again, these work out the hamstrings, the glutes, a little bit of the thighs. Also your core and lower back is engaged. It's a good compound movement. I still dislike Romanian deadlift, but they're still kind of fun. So doing barbell shrugs, trying to hold that at the top, trying to get some big, nice, juicy traps, right? It's the muscle between your neck and your shoulders. So I'm doing another set. I'm not really dropping the weight as much. My muscles were already exhausted, so just doing some barbell shrugs. Pretty good. This is, for me, it's much better than dumbbell shrugs. Once you get to that level, it is going to give you more weight. And then we move on to barbell calf extensions. I could only do 10 at 225. So I'm doing 10 reps for each set, trying to make sure that they do not get neglected at all. My third set. So I'm trying to rest a minute or 2 minutes in between sets for these movements. So it's pretty tough. Then from here at 135 pounds, I'm doing regular Romanian deadlift. Trying to hold it at the bottom, hold it at the top. Make sure I'm keeping my back straight. These work out your hamstrings, your glutes, your core, lower back. Because you're holding the weight as well, it's gonna also increase your grip strength, so the muscles in your forearm area. So doing it nice and slow, doing for another set. So this is pretty great. And this is kind of growing on me. This is like, even though I said I dislike them, it's a really effective exercise. Then we move on to kettlebell swings. Works out your thighs, your calves, a little bit of your shoulders because you're swinging the weight towards you, your core. So did this for 10 reps, and then I move on to the lighter weight, to the 22-pound kettlebell. So this is pretty good. It's a good leg burner. It also works at the other muscles. So that's what a compound movement does. They work out different muscle groups at the same time in one movement. So doing it again with 44 pounds, trying to keep my back straight, swinging the dumbbell as high as I can, going down as low as I can with the squats as I'm doing. So another drop set. So I did 3 of these, but I'm only showing you guys 2 of them. And you guys get the idea. Good movement for the lower body. And then we do some abductions just for fun, just to get the definition on the inner thighs. So I'm doing a lighter weight as compared to last time we did on the leg day. So nice and slow, trying to hold that at the top, trying to go until failure, until I cannot go anymore, because I really want to get that definition of my inner thighs. My legs is my weak point, trying to make sure that I get that up there. I'm trying to level that up, right? This is the point of the channel where we help you level up consistently over time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, check out my other YouTube shorts, my other shorts on Instagram and on TikTok. It's linked down below in the description. All right. And also, yeah, you will have a good time with all the cool edits. And we're going to try to keep uploading at least once a week for longer content videos. So I did another set, trying to make sure I close the machine close to my legs, so that way I work out the thighs. So I'm playing around with these weights. It's a Smith machine leg press ups. So this also works on your glutes. I've always seen other people do them. I wanted to try it out for myself, but it's kind of painful for my neck area. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I'm still trying to do it nice and slow, holding it at the top. I'm going to test these out with free weight, like holding the dumbbell or a kettlebell. So this is good for the quads, right? The quadriceps, the thigh muscles. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the workout, right? Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that like button, hit that share button as well. Show this to all your other friends. And I will catch you in the next video.